Morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you? I'm a little bit scatterbrained, but good.
Mm. My computer was weird, logged me out of my Gmail. The Zoom wasn't working at first.
Oh, I hate those days when stupid computers in their minds of their own. I love it. AI takeover.
Yeah, right. It's only a matter of time.
Seriously, it is. If it
Yeah,
isn't happening already, like before our eyes.
sure. I've heard some of the things that Chat GPT thing is capable of is kind of, yeah, crazy accurate. Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not using it yet. Every time I think about it, I'm like, it's just a little too much for me. I like the Canva one, but I don't think I really want to go into the next level.
My buddy's used it for his job, kind of like in a way where they offered him a higher position because of it. Like he's made schedules, he's made safety briefings, he's done all kinds of like he'll say, "Hey, I need a sa safety briefing and how to evacuate a school under an armed shooter or something," and it gave him an entire like 7-page thing outlined, and they
Does
accepted it and took it like it was his. They had no idea he used that.
they don't know? Wow.
They, yeah, they had no idea. It even
Wow.
puts in errors like as if it was a human. So there's grammatical errors here and there. There's spacing issues, stuff like that. Mm,
It's creepy. I know a lot of agents that use it for everything.
I believe it.
And I know agents that use it to write books. And I'm like,
Mm,
I thought about it. If I had a week off, maybe over Christmas, I might try it, but I don't know if I want to use it in my daily life. I almost feel like it's not me. That means
hmm
like I want it to
Yeah.
be. I read a blog, so and it's not real estate. It's like a totally different thing. But it's when
hmm
I'm writing it, I always feel like it's so weird. If somebody else wrote this, it wouldn't be the same.
Not at all. It'd be weird, definitely. Oh, interesting times we live in. See
Yes.
where it goes.
And yeah, it's gonna go. It's just gonna go. It's gonna go fast, I
Mhm.
think. Just the last year, the technology boost has been insane.
Mhm.
Good for the people that know how to use it. I think it's just a little creepy for me.
Uh, yeah, I think there's a lot of us that'll be put off until there's. I mean, when the big tech giants say that there should be regulations on it, something says that we probably should.
Yeah.
But
Well, right now it's really easy to steal somebody's work without knowing it because I mean, ChatGPT has access to the internet, so it's just gonna spit out whatever it finds. And how do you know where it came from?
it'd be so hard to find plagiarism like it used to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, how was your week? What are you working on? How's your listing?
Uh, the listing's been stagnant. It's been kind of like we'll get a showing, but then they cancel. So I'm not sure where that's coming from, but
Have you
it's happened
kept
like
in
three.
keep an eye on the local listings that are nearby, same price, same style, and their price, not same price, but same style of home. If those prices are going down lower than your listing, then that might be why.
There have been a lot of price reductions lately.
If everybody's lowering their prices, then your sellers aren't. That could be keeping buyers out.
Interesting.
I hate to hear that
Uh,
too.
I was thinking about it because it's been a month now since it's been listed. So,
Yeah. One of the things that I learned after my first couple of listings was to really prepare the seller beforehand. Um, okay, so if we list, this is the price you want to list at. This is the price of the competitive homes. So you're, down the street, you got another home. It's almost exactly like yours. Maybe not as many updates, whatever. But they're going to sell first because they're cheaper. So if you want to sell your house first, you need to be cheaper than them, or you need to be competitive compared to them. You know,
uh,
if you go to the store and you're going to buy a computer, there are two computers next to each other and they're the same price, but this one has an upgraded system. Which one are you going to buy?
the upgraded system.
people don't look at it that way, like that when it comes to houses. They just go, well, my house is worth this much. Yes, but how bad do you want to sell it?
Mhm.
Something
That's the
that
question.
Jordan was talking about yesterday. So it's just a way to focus their mindset on, we're going to sell your house, want to sell your house, but in order to do that, you have to understand the market and you have to understand how to attract buyers, because people don't just show up at your house because it's for sale. You have to have something that attracts them, like Memorial Day sale at Best Buy, you know, to let
Sure.
them know, hey, this is a good deal and this is why it's a good deal.
Mhm.
Then they come.
Makes sense.
So if you get a chance, the I think it I think it was called like ways to get 3% or 4% listings. Jordan did a training yesterday, and that was the focus, was how, I mean, I think in Texas, they're really seeing a lot of those sellers that are not providing the buyer's agency fee. And he was just kind of like talking about how to get a full price listing and not have to discount yourself and always get what you're valued as. And I didn't even get to see the first part of it, but when I came in the middle, he did talk about things to tell your lister, your sellers, and talk to them about, prepare them for. So that might be helpful before you have that conversation.
I have to go look it up.
Also, what is the book? Never Split the Difference. It's a book about negotiations. Excuse me, and I'm reading that book, and it's a real estate agent who wrote it, but he used to be a negotiator in the police force. He was like one of the top negotiators, and he wrote their negotiation strategies and stuff like that. So he talks about how to explain things and stuff like that. Use a little bit of psychology without, you're not trying to, what's the word?
Manipulate.
Yeah, you're not trying to manipulate or belittle your clients, but to kind of know where they're coming from and be able to explain in advance makes a big difference. I know there are a lot of agents that will use like manipulation tactics, and I'm not for that. But I do feel like the more that you teach them, the more they appreciate you. So it's helpful. And it's hard when you're starting out because you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, teach other people's stuff. But you do. I mean, you took that test and you passed, and now you're doing the job. You know more than most people out there.
I'm realizing that.
Use that knowledge. You'll be thinking of things that talking to people about things with real estate that you think is common knowledge, but they haven't taken the real estate test, so they don't know that stuff.
True. I always get the updates and the real estate ads on workplace groups. They post a lot of things from NAR and stuff, and just
Yes.
rate changes and stuff.
These are things that you're aware of that they're not. And the average buyer or seller doesn't even understand what that stuff really is unless you explain it. They
Like I
may know
was
that
explaining it lately, high interest rates might be another reason that buyers are a little hesitant because
did
they're
you
paying like
another thing people might do is if you listed for like a lower than average percentage offered to the buyer's agent in your area. So that does count against people sometimes. If you take a low price listing, so like around here, most homes go for about 6% for a listing fee. And if you're offering 3% to the buyer's agents, then most agents will not blink. They'll be happy to show your house. There are agents that will not show a house because it doesn't offer 3%, which is completely against NAR and non-ethical, but they do it. So that's something to be aware of too. I had a client who called and asked me because his mom was the one who set all this stuff up on this listing, but it was his house. He just kind of signed whatever she wanted. And he called me and he goes, is it because of the how much we're offering the buyer's agent that people aren't coming to see the house? And I had to tell him, normally I would say yes. This particular situation, it was no. But that really can be why, if that's a situation. So something to keep in mind and to tell your sellers when you're.
It's about the same around here. It's 6% listing, 3% to the buyers.
Mhm.
Seems like a common practice, even though it's not a set thing. I know that, but it seems
Yeah,
like that's just the general, mm,
yeah,
which is fair, really.
it is. I always split it evenly with the buyer's agent. If I take a lower listing and I only do that in certain scenarios, like when I know the seller can't make enough money off the sale of their home if they pay full price, I'll agree to a lower listing, or if it's, family or whatever. But that's one of those things that you just kind of have to use your own judgment with. But it is something that will affect. So I do have that conversation with the sellers when we're talking about commissions. The amount that you're offering the buyer's agent will affect how many people see your house. And even if it becomes commonplace to offer nothing to the buyer's agent, I
Mhm.
mean, you're shooting yourself in the foot, because there are going to be a lot of buyers out there that will only use a buyer's agent if the seller is willing to pay the buyer's agent. So you would have less people looking at your house.
Oh,
So, and then we'll all have to get smarter about how to negotiate our fees into the purchase price of the home.
mhm. And I saw he
But
said 4%. Wouldn't that mean a higher listing percentage for the seller overall?
yes, and there are places that do 7% in Austin. I think he was talking about like higher priced homes.
Okay.
Because he was saying like things that he would do for a listing if it was less, things he would do if it was more, you know, it's your business. You can say these are the things that I offer, like professional photography and online marketing and aerial videos and things like that. 3D home. I don't remember what those are called, but it's like a 3D thing of the home, and you can log in and look at it, and you can like walk through the home virtually.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
he goes, "This is all the stuff I offer for this much." And they'll go, "Well, would you do this much?" And he'll go, "Well, I could, but then you don't get this, and this." And suddenly it's like, oh, I don't want to lose things.
Uh-huh. I
So,
get it.
but he did mention like there are things he doesn't do for homes under a certain price range. Like he might not offer the 3D walkthrough for a home that's under 300,000, because it's an expensive thing. Same thing for like virtually or physically staging a home. The
Mm,
cost is high. I've heard of agents charging their clients for it. I don't charge for it. Actually, never done it. I don't think I've
mm.
done it. I
I
did
don't
do
think.
like a 3D layout of one of my listings. That house sold quick, but the house sold itself. It was a gorgeous house,
Hmm.
so it was worth it.
That's nice.
So you never know. It's kind
Hmm.
of trial and error, and talk to a lot of people and see what they're doing and what's working for them. And a lot of people won't share, and then a lot of people will. There's a lot of like jerks out there in real estate that think everybody's
Hmm.
the competition, and they couldn't possibly share anything that they're doing that works for them.
Uh-huh.
But I find a lot of EXP agents are not like that.
I've noticed that it's more of a community and less of a. Mhm.
We all understand that we can't sell every house in the United States by ourselves. It's
Mhm.
unrealistic. Even in my small town, I can't sell every house by myself. I would never sleep.
No.
It's,
Mm. I
we're
feel
just
like
trying
more
to
than
handle.
two or three is just a lot.
It's a lot. I mean, your average new agent sells 2 to 3 houses a year. And then as you
Mhm.
gain, you get more. I mean, I would like to get to the point where I'm selling 20 houses a year. That's my goal.
That would be
I think
comfortable. It's like 6 figures, right?
I think so. I don't know. Probably. It depends on the price range.
The range, yeah. I was thinking that too. Depends on the range.
Yeah.
That's still in
Yeah.
my current price range where I've been with the houses, that would take about 60,000. It's not bad.
I want to do a quick math and see.
Mhm.
If I was doing, I like math. I'm married. I wanted to make $100,000 a year. And I want, let's see, divide it by, yeah, 20 houses would do it if they were all over $275,000 listings and I got them all at 3%.
Mhm.
So,
Well, I got to work
with,
my way up into that
yeah,
price range.
it's, you know, when I first got here, all of the hot listings were way cheaper, but they're going up now. And it is how you market yourself. So, like, I stopped marketing the lower price listings and I'm getting more um, qualified buyers. In the beginning, I was getting just, I need as many leads as possible, get the free leads, get the cheap leads, and have like a spare. And those people are still in my sphere and they still reach out to me and I'm still working with them. And if they need a house that's $50,000, I will still help them. But I have new leads now. The leads that I'm like targeting are like that 350 range. And it only takes one to make it worth it. So I did a campaign on Facebook for 2 weeks last month. Yeah, last month to 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom homes on 2 acres for 350 or less. And I put it out there. I got one buyer that's pre-approved, ready to go, and we're working on it. And now I'm gonna tonight have a listing appointment with them, sell their house, help them buy a home. Now their price range was less, but it got me a pre-qualified, ready to go buyer. You know, so it was worth the $50 campaign to get a buyer. And if I get that buyer, I'll probably do the campaign for 2 more times just to keep it going. So I tried it with Jordan and I made a whole new campaign. I said, what do you do? Show me how to do this. And we walked through it. And I'm going to have to watch the video 1,000 times more just to make sure that I understand it because it's all new. And I only spent $15 on it just to see how it worked because I just wanted to make a campaign first, the way that he does it. And I got 3 leads for $15. I was like, really? That's not bad. $5 a lead.
Yeah, that's not bad.
When you consider that these leads are telling you right off the bat if they're ready to go. And they click on the link, they answer the questions, and you know right there. Oh, okay, they are ready to buy. Oh, they're not ready to buy, you know. And so that one that I did that was $50, I got 13 leads from that. Half of them did not want a realtor and did not want to talk to me, but they're still in my sphere. So I've just kind of left them in my CRM. And the other half are actually reading my emails. 2 or 3 of them actually responded to my text messages. So I'm still, you know, it works. It's just, it takes time and consistency.
That's what I'm when I get back from my trip, I'm looking to like revamp and just get out there. I want to make at least like 30 to 40,000 next year. That's the target goal while still working full time. So we'll see how it goes. But
You could do that's one a month. It's one house a
Mhm.
month.
That's it.
So it's not bad.
No. And if I get back the end of October, so it is the slower season in real estate, but it'll let me focus on marketing, get my name out there. I got to figure out what the rules are, maybe on handing out business cards where I can and can't. I don't know how that goes
Business cards you can hand out anywhere,
anywhere.
however you want to do it. The one thing that you have to keep in mind is if you're going from home to home, you can't touch their mailbox. You can put something on it. You can't put something in it.
Okay.
You can hang things on their door. You can, you have to have permission to call people though, because if they're on the do not call list, you can get in trouble. What I do is market to Facebook Marketplace. I've already showed you how to do that. And when they start messaging me, I go, hey, even if you're not ready to buy, would you like me to send you some homes to look at? I've just set you up with an automatic search. And every time something that is what you're looking for comes on the market, it'll email you. And if you want to look at them, you can. And if you don't, that's okay. Most of them will say yes. They give me their name and their email. If they're really nice, they give me their phone number. Now I have someone else in my CRM that's getting my emails. And what I do is I target them through YouTube. So I made myself a YouTube channel, super easy to do it. Connor has a videos on how to do it. And so does Jordan, I think. But you set up a basic page, you create a 3-minute video, and you can do it once a week. You could set up time to do a video, or you could do it once a month and make 4 videos in an hour. They don't have to be fancy. You just talk about real estate, talk about a simple thing that people need to know, or things that they could work on, things they could be aware of, things that would be helpful, like how to stage your home, how to apply for a USDA loan, how to get pre-approved before, but not from the perspective of a lender, from the perspective of a real estate agent, because you do want to stay in your lane. Things like how to find the home of your dreams in your price range. Silly things, but they're simple things. How to plan to sell my home next year, how to prep my home if I'm planning to sell it. Things that should be, fixed in your home to make sure that you get the best price. Silly stuff. Spend 3 minutes talking about it to your camera, upload it to YouTube, and then send that link to everybody in your KB Core once a week. Super easy. And then every week they're getting this email. Oh, hey, bye. It's landing on my face. That's making me crazy. What I do is my whole group knows that every Monday at noon, I have a video that comes out. And once a month, I'll film 4 videos. Sometimes I just started having other people do video with me. Like I interviewed a lender and I interviewed a title rep. And it was literally I filmed myself asking them 3 questions. I sent them the video. I said, can you film yourself answering these questions and then send it to me through Dropbox? And then I just cut it up and made a video of it. The other way to do it that's really easy, if you prefer to be on Zoom, is to have a Zoom meeting with them. Say, hey, I'm gonna set the timer for the next 3 minutes. I've got a couple questions I'm gonna ask you. Just give me a short, easy to understand answer, and I'm gonna send it off to my clients so that they can get this information, and I will also send them your information so that if we go under contract, they know who you are and I can recommend you. Simple things like that. Every week they're getting a video from me. They're getting to know me. They're seeing my face all the time. I'm staying top of mind. And then on the KV Core, I don't know if you've done this yet, but I made let me just show you. If you have done it yet, then awesome. If you haven't, then I can show you how to do it. Can you see my screen?
Okay.
Okay, under Smart Campaigns, templates. I made myself a basic template. And I just call it basic. This one has my signature, and I don't use it because my signature automatically shows up now, so I don't need it. But then I have this basic email with social links. And what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll edit it for whatever I'm sending out for people. It already has all my social media links right here. So I don't have to upload those every time I make it. I just use it to make a new template every time I need a new template, if that makes sense. So it automatically is going to show this. I can edit the text here, and then it'll have my links. So when I want to do a template, what I'll do is I'll go to this and I'll go clone, made a new one, change the name to whatever I'm doing, and then add to it. I don't have to go searching for all of these links again. That makes sense? Saves time. So then say I wanted to do my weekly video release. And I'll show you the one I just did. Market update on insurance is the one that I just did. I clone it. And then I go in and I make adjustments to my template. Here's my template. I'll change the name to it's August, but I'm doing home loans instead of home insurance. And I'm going to put the title of the video here. It always says this, and I adjust it a little bit every time. It should say Daniel, not Daniels. Just to let them know there's a video coming out. Sometimes I'll tell them, hey, if I send it early, like say I sent it the day before or in the morning, I try not to send it a different day. I always try to send it on Monday. But I'll tell them if it's a premiere where you can click the link and then it'll remind you when the video is live and you can come back and watch it. But it has the same links. And every time I just come here and I copy this or delete this and put in the new link. And I save my links in my notes on my computer. So every week I just put the new one in. Or I can do it at the beginning of the month if all my videos are edited at once. They click on this to watch the video. It takes them straight to YouTube. And I give them the beginning of the description from the video. Every week they'll get something like this. So, even if they don't watch the video, they'll open it and they'll see my face. That makes sense. So like
That's what I need. I need more photos, more headshots.
It's only, I only have like 3 that I use and I go back and forth with them constantly.
Right now, I've just been using like one.
That's okay. You can use the same one. Yes. So then we're going to go over to all marketing, schedule a mass email. Melanie taught me this. See all the ones that I've sent? You're just going to go schedule an email at the top, who you want to send it to. I have everybody that I send this email to is under monthly email. And I don't know, in the beginning it was just going to be monthly and now it's weekly. But I click hashtag monthly email and everybody with that gets it. Set up when I want it to send. So I can set it up for next month if I want to. And then I'll put in the template. So I want the video that I just did. There it is. That's the one that I just did. And so it has to be edited before you do this. I mean, you can edit it here, but it's a better idea to have it done. And then at the bottom, click include agent signature and schedule it. It's super easy. And then what I do, nope. Canva. Okay. Here's my thumbnails for my YouTube video. I just made 3 or 4 templates. And you can see that they're the same templates over and over again that I'm using. I just changed the picture in the background so that they all match because you want your page to look the same. And they say use primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, because those catch everybody's eye. I was already using these as my colors, so I'm being consistent. All of my pages, all of my websites, everything is this theme. Works for me. It's a colors I wear all the time. So my photos tend to always match. Like you see, I have that pink jacket I wear all the time. This pink blouse I wear all the time. I have tons of green clothing. This dark burgundy color I wear really well. And then black and white match everything. So it's just good to have everything kind of the same. And if you haven't done that yet, you can go into Canva and click branded and create a brand kit. This is my real estate brand kit. And it has all the colors that I wear and use. And then when I go to create a template, that comes up. So as I'm creating a template, I just pick those colors and change it to make it mine. So if I wanted to create a Instagram post for the heck of it, and I wanted to use one of their templates, let's use this one. I would just go in here and click on the colors and I can change them to my colors. If I can click on the color. Well, it doesn't want me to, but okay. So I could change this and then change the photo. Let's do uploads. And this one I can delete. And this one I can put in the background. Now it's mine. Super simple because I had all my colors ready to go, if that makes sense. And then I use the same, there it is. Use the same shapes all the time. So it knows, like if I put in flour, usually it will bring up the ones that I use all the time because I told you that it's not. There it is. There it is. This is the same flour I use in like all of my posts. So you just play with it till it matches. If that makes sense. So I'm not going to keep this one. I don't like it. But that's how you do it quick in Canva. And what I do is I save everything. So you're make a file and do it now. It's easier to do it now than later when you have a ton of stuff. But if I want to make a new post, see how I have the same one right here as right here? If I have a new one, I'm just going to go like this, make a copy, and the new one will show up right here. And then I go edit that one and save it under a different name. Then I have all of these that I can pick from later when I don't have time to make new posts and repost them. It took me a while to figure all of that out.
Yeah, I didn't know
Hope it's helpful.
it. It is.
Well, one of the best things that's going to help in running a business is copy and paste. Make a copy, do the same thing constantly, make habits and do them over and over and over again. It's really helpful. This one, there's supposed to be multiples of this, and I downloaded them, but there should be like 20 of these. And I think I downloaded them on my computer somewhere, but did I show you how to make bulk posts? When you want to make one and then you want to make a bunch of these. Did I show you how to do that?
I don't remember.
Okay. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna clear this part out. Delete. And over to the left, to apps. We'll create, upload CSV files. So you're gonna have this file already ready to go. And I'm trying to remember where I put it. Look at the dates. Oh, let's see if it's in here. Here we go. Real estate vocabulary words. Upload. Right. This is gonna go. Come on. This is harder to do without a mouse. I'm trying to right click it. Right click. Come on. All right, let's try putting another text box in there. I don't know where I went. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to put another text box in. Sorry. And then go back to where we were. I'm gonna go back to the apps. We'll create. See, this one works. Okay. Link. No, that's not what I want. Well, there's a way to do it if you can get it to work. I don't know why it's not working today. I do it really easy on my phone. There we go. Okay. Now you're going to go to connect data. That's going to go right there. Continue. And here it says generate 19 pages. So it's going to pop up as a pop-up box for me because for some reason my pop-up blocker doesn't like it and I have to go up here and click on this to get to it. But then it made me a bunch of different ones and this is different in every single one.
Wow.
So I made the same post with a bunch of different information and then I save that in a file in my computer. When I'm sharing, hold on a second. I don't know if you could see everything that I was doing or not because I only had you seeing one screen. Okay. So, do you have questions? Do you want me to show you how to do that again?
Yeah. We can run through that again.
Okay. So, let's go to, we're going to pick something simple. Let's do vocabulary words. So I'll pick the same template. Oops, not that one. Back. This one. And I'm gonna remove this thing behind it first. Delete. Delete. Okay. Ah. There we go. Okay. See, that little thing needs to pop up at the top. It has like the delete. Okay. There it is. Ah, went away. See this little 3 dots? That's what needs to happen. So you can click that and from there, okay, I can't align page until I upload it. So on this side, what you're doing is you're going to go down to apps and you're going to click bulk create. Now you have to have already made a an Excel, like a spreadsheet, and converted it into a CSV file. Do you know how to do that?
I've never even heard of it.
Okay. Let's go from the beginning. We only have about 5 minutes, but I think we can do this. We're going to use just Excel and Canva to do this. Leave this here. You're going to go back to your home page and go start creating. Go to Magic, right? And you're going to go list 20 reasons a home owner would like to sell their home. I usually do it for like vocabulary, but I already had several vocabulary lists. So let's do a different one. Okay, here's the reasons. Now I'm going to copy these, copy, and I'm going to go to Excel and create a spreadsheet. Right. Next. Okay, there we go. These are my reasons, right? Then I'm going to save the file as reasons to sell, and I'm going to make it a CSV file and save it. Make sure that I saved it on my laptop so I can find it. Yes, I did. Good. All right. Okay, now go away so I can work. All right, now we're going back to the page where we were at before, right here. And I'm going to upload that file that I just made. It's on my desktop and it's under R4 reasons. Reasons to sell. Upload. Now it's right here. Okay. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click connect data. There it is right there. It's going to put it right where you want it. And then click continue. And then it's going to say generate 19 pages. Generate 19 pages. This is your first page. It's going to generate the rest of them. Then you're going to go to wherever your pop-up blocker allows you to go. This thing is in my way. There we go. And there's the rest of them. And then I recommend downloading them. And you can make edits. Like, so this one, this needs to be a little bit bigger.
That's super helpful.
Right? You can make a bunch of them. And I have 20 of these. And I can set them in a folder somewhere on my computer. And when I need to pick out things to post later, I have a bunch of options here to pick from. Instead of just the few. Now I won't keep these because like it says home buyer tips and this is seller. This is why. But I mean, it just gave you a quick example.
Yeah.
Example. And then you just sit there and make sure each one is the way that you want, how you want it to be. Now, this particular example, like why buyers might want to sell your home, is more for agents than for buyers and sellers. So it's not something I'm going to sell or share unless I was putting it on my agent access page, which I have not been using. But, you know, you find something that works for what you're trying to help. Reasons why people might move, you know, things like tips for people relocating and buying a new home, or 20 reasons people would like to live in Philadelphia, 10 reasons people would like to live in rural areas, things like that. Just come up with a bunch of things, and it's helpful. Now, Facebook and Instagram prefer pictures of you. So if you were to, I don't do it for every single one, but if you were to wanting to make the algorithm happy, you could do this exact same post if it loads fast enough. Hey, look, there's a picture of a cat. Let's use that. Here, I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to get rid of the background. Instagram's going to like this post a lot more now because it's got my face on it. So it'll show it more than it will with just words on it. So there's something to, you know, play with. And like I said, if you set aside one day a week to make 5 to 7 of these and plan them for next week and do that every week, you'll be fine. Same thing with YouTube videos. I mean, it really is just a matter of sitting down with your calendar and going, on Monday, I have 2 hours. I'm going to work on all of my posts for social media. Tuesday, I have 2 hours. I'm going to work on all of my, I'm going to film and edit all my videos for the month. Or if you do it once a week, shouldn't take long. And don't be too concerned with how you sound or how you look. And you're going to get better at it as you go, and you can always replace those videos you don't like later. Having content is better than having no content, even if you don't like it. And then on Wednesday, I'm just going to focus on marketing, just marketing that day. I'm just going to get in there. I'm going to set an ad. I'm going to contact people. I'm going to get on Facebook and add people to my list and that kind of a thing. And then Thursday, I'm just going to call everyone on my list of people that I've contacted since I started, just to talk to them and say, hey, been a while. I wanted to catch up. What have you been up to? Don't say anything about real estate. Then on Friday, all the people that talked to me yesterday that were interested in real estate are going to get a follow-up message. Hey, I know we talked about real estate yesterday, and I wanted to make sure that I shared this really cool video with you to see what you think. You just spent 10 hours in a week doing so much more than your average agent is doing. That's really all it takes.
That's easy.
If you do that every week, you'd be busy. It might take a little while. Like I said, I've been doing the YouTube videos every week since January. And I didn't notice them really working until the last 3 months. All of a sudden they're working. Suddenly people are just popping up out of my sphere going, oh, hey, I have a question for you. And then they actually become a client. It takes time for them to get used to you. But once you get in the rhythm of doing it on long term, then it starts to work and you'll start noticing it working. Like my first few Facebook posts and marketing ads didn't work, but after you continue to do it, they start working. So consistency is key.
Sure.
Well, we're done. I know I was late. I apologize for being late.
Okay.
I gave you helpful tips.
Yeah. Today was helpful.
Awesome.
I definitely want to come back and respark the creativity, get out there. I want to help my business. I think it did all right my first year, but the second year I'd like to do it way more.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna try starting it today. Uploading the videos after we have our meetings to my agent access page so that you'll have access to the links if you want them.
That help.
Cool. Alrighty. I will chat with you later. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck with your listing, and I'm excited for your trip. Congratulations again.
So thank you.
Have fun.
Have fun. Have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay.